Hi guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, as you might know, I received quite a whole bunch of orchid divisions from Ana Maria. If you didn't see that video with the haul, you can check it out right here. Beautiful divisions. We kept talking about dividing Cattleyas and how they usually respond very well, they bounce back fast, but there are some cases where you should really consider if you truly want to divide your Cattleya or not. Either to have two plants of the same sort, or to share with a friend. And I'm not talking here about being selfish, but there are some cases where you shouldn't really divide a Cattleya because it might not do so great for your friend. So let's first start with this particular Cattleya orchid. The rule of thumb to have a healthy and vigorous division is to keep at least 3 pseudobulbs per division. You can also work with 2 pseudobulbs. It does work sometimes, but 3 is the general accepted rule for your division to start growing as fast as possible and develop normally. If the division has some roots, that's even better. So let's look at this orchid. Let's count the pseudobulbs. This has 1, 2, 3 pseudobulbs. Now this orchid is not really divisible if we want to follow that rule because it only has 3 pseudobulbs. So if we would divide this orchid, keep 2 pseudobulbs, they might actually do okay for us. But this backbulb division here might grow excruciatingly slow for your friend, or depending if you want to give it away. And also if it does not have any more available eyes, it's not really sure if it will develop. Also because it is a back division, most probably it does not have any more roots, and one single pseudobulb to produce an entire new growth, it's a bit tricky. So in this case, if you have a Cattleya orchid with 3 pseudobulbs, definitely I would not go ahead and divide this orchid. Really the chances of having fast-growing, vigorous orchids are really slim in this case. Another reason why you might not want to divide a particular Cattleya is if you don't see any available space to make a proper division. Now, dividing Cattleyas implies cutting the rhizome, but some Cattleyas are just too weird to divide, and I have here an example. Take a look how these pseudobulbs grew. They appear to grow on top of each other. It is really so hard to see a good cutting point from this division. Even though this orchid has multiple pseudobulbs, I would not know where to cut it. And if I make the wrong cut, I can end up with 1 pseudobulb left on its own. If it's a very old pseudobulb, chances are it will not develop too great. Or I might end up with 6 divisions of 1 or 2 pseudobulbs, simply because there is no really good way of knowing where to cut, especially if the orchid does not seem to pull apart naturally, does not show you a natural division point, and this is one of them. I tried to share this with my orchid friend, but I simply could not, because wherever I would cut, I would end up with single pseudobulbs, and not just one, multiple of them. So if you have a tricky to divide Cattleya orchid, better not divide it just yet. If it starts to develop more on one side and you can clearly see the rhizome, you can cut it there. So wait until your orchid produces something like that. But if your Cattleya looks something like this, does not show you a natural division point when you try to spread it out, better not cut it, because the divisions you will make might not really catch for your friend. So yeah, better just wait with this one. Another thing to consider is the maturity of your plant. Seedlings kinda need as many pseudobulbs as they can get. This can vary actually. If you have a very bushy seedling like this one, maybe you can actually divide it. But in many cases, they are not this bushy. They're more flimsy, and really I wouldn't divide a seedling to share. I would just wait for it to grow and then I would divide it. Or just, make a gift to your friend and buy them a seedling of their own or a mature orchid. Because if you try to give the same treatment to a seedling as a mature orchid, which is stronger, results might differ, and you can end up actually with 2 divisions that will not do so great, that will stale. And yeah, seedlings staling is the worst thing you can do to an orchid, worst thing you can experience, and this is one of the cases. You can make them stale in many ways, but dividing them, especially if they don't have enough pseudobulbs, is really frustrating. And the last situation in which I would not divide a Cattleya is if your Cattleya is sick. Now I'm showing you here a division that does not have roots, but the main plant from which this division came from had roots. So these back pseudobulbs actually received some nourishment, and yeah, they have some substance to them. But if you have a full Cattleya orchid without any type of roots, even if it has 6 pseudobulbs, I would suggest that you don't divide it just yet. If you truly want to divide it, wait until it produces new growth and new roots to actually plump the back pseudobulbs. If you cut it while it's sick, it will have less energy to actually devote to new growth. Both sides of it, both divisions. So results might not be as expected. So if you truly want to divide it, wait for it to become healthy, get some substance in these pseudobulbs, and afterwards you can divide it. But if your entire orchid suffers and does not have roots, I don't suggest you divide it just yet, because you might actually lose it completely. And if you have no idea how to actually divide a Cattleya orchid, I'll post an info card right here with a video in which I divide a Cattleya orchid, so you have an idea of how things are done and how a dividable Cattleya should pretty much look like. So if you're interested, just visit the info card and you'll see how I do things. Alrighty, thank you guys for joining and watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos from me and stay up to date, you can subscribe to my channel. I post on a regular basis. Also, feel free to leave me questions, suggestions, or anything you'd like to share with me in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!